Welcome back, everyone. All right, so now we pretty much have this selected here. We need to add in the back. Now, again, the back can be done in several different ways, but for the most part, what I'll do is we will take this and kind of extrude this, and I'll go hop back into Edge Select just because it's a little bit easier to do that here. So what we'll do is we'll just take probably this many. We're just going to extrude this here. And if you look at all of these, if you look at all of the helmets that if you Google Hoplite helmet, they tend to have a little bit of a gap here. But in fact, what I'll do is I'll actually increase this up just a bit more. So I'm just going to go and say that's too much. All right, there we go. So I'm going to lock it to the z-axis, of course, and I'm just going to extrude it out. Now you're probably wondering why I lock it to the z-axis. If I don't do that, it kind of goes everywhere I want. And believe it or not, that actually looks pretty good. And in this case, it actually could work. Now, there's two ways of doing that. The way that I just showed you. The way you can also do it is if you select everything, push E to extrude, and then right click immediately and push scale, you can kind of do something similar. All right, but let's actually just E to extrude, and what we'll do is, the problem with this is that you can see that if we do it like this, sometimes the mirror modifier can look a little bit weird. So I'm just going to move it out like this and move it up like that. And so here you can see that's actually pretty cool. If you really wanted to make a little bit more detail, we could actually get away with quite a bit more. So again, a lot of this stuff is trial and error. So I'm actually going to go and select everything else here. I'm going to push E to extrude, and I'm just going to kind of E to extrude and click there here, move it up, maybe out a bit, and there we go. Yeah, and so there we go. We got kind of the back of the helmet. Really want to. And if you really wanted to, you could put E to extrude here. Now, this creates a little bit of a problem because what do we do with the bottom part? So I'm just actually not going to do that, and the reason is that this looks it looks pretty good. Now, if we were making this for a movie, we'd probably have to do a little bit more than this. But for the most part, that's this part of it. Now, if you look at least some of the new kind of movie helmets here, they have some kind of point up at the top. And let's hop into the vertice select here. So what they do is I'm just going to move that up here. They have something like that here. And if you've seen any of the Gladiator movies, movies with Gladiator in them, you can actually make these spikes in it, which is really cool. And you can save a prototype and you can edit those in here, because if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to move this up here, and we can actually move kind of all of these up like this. And so what we're doing is we're creating a line, right? And you can actually see that here. So you got that. And I'm actually going to push 3 because it makes a little bit more sense to do that here. And you can kind of just move it all the way down. And you can see it's moving down ever so slowly. Like that. And this one actually could probably even go quite a bit higher, like this. Let's move that. Let's move that actually way up, right? And then we'll kind of move that down like that. And this way we got a lot of it to go. Yeah, it's looking kind of cool already. All right, and so there we go. We got some kind of a. Yeah, let's move that back. In fact, we'll actually move all of these back. Just a bit like that. All right, there we go. And so that actually looks kind of cool. We can actually even move this in a bit, or we can actually move all of this out. So let's just go ahead and let's just move that out like that. It actually looks kind of cool. What we can also do is actually move all of this out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click all of this here and here, and I'll just move that out just a bit. Not too much though, otherwise it looks a little bit weird. Yeah, but there we go. We have a really mean looking helmet here, which I'm actually really proud of, okay? So we're not quite done yet. There's a few things we can do and we can talk about before we go here, okay? I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.